Hi and welcome. I'm Jackie Mahrou, and this is going to be a deep stretch, full body yoga class to help you open and stretch your muscles, breathe deep, and also center your mind. For today, you can grab a block or two if you have them, and a folded blanket or a couple folded towels will work. And if you don't have props, you can still practice this class. We'll begin in a comfortable seat. So you can sit on the edge of your blanket or your towel, or right on the ground or your mat, whatever feels good to you. Close your eyes, sit comfortably, and lift the center of your chest up so you're sitting tall. You can rest your hands on your legs any way that feels comfortable for you. And we'll start with a few moments here and seated to settle in and to tune inward. Begin here to deepen your breathing right away, so you make it deeper and fuller than its natural rhythm. Your inhales longer, bigger. Your exhales longer and more complete. So you stretch your breath. You go to the very top of your inhale and the very bottom of your exhale. Use your breath today to help you stay centered, to help you settle into each posture. Go ahead and open up your eyes and make your way here to a tabletop position. So you can come to all fours and you can pad your knees with your towel or blanket if you want or need. Stack shoulders right above elbows and wrists, hips above knees, and we'll start with cat-cow breathing. So you inhale, tilt your tailbone gently, lift your chest, look up. As you exhale, you tuck your hips under, round and dome your upper back, and draw your chin slightly in towards your chest. And then you inhale, lift, lengthen, look up, and you exhale to round. And you can go slower or faster than my cues, whatever feels good. Keep moving through. As you loosen your spine, top to bottom, front to back, and then settle back into your tabletop position. You can move any props aside and make your way here to a downward facing dog. So you curl your toes and you lift your hips up and back. And then bend one knee, bend the other. Right away, move around in your down dog. And then press both heels equally down towards your yoga mat and press into your hands at the same time. So you press into every finger, especially the inside of your hand. Feel free to bend your knees here to find more freedom and length in your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, let it out, let it go. Now inhale, lift onto the tiptoes so you can stretch the bottoms of your feet, and then exhale, lower your heels down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift your heels up, and exhale, heels press. 1 more time. Inhale, heels up, and then exhale, press your heels towards the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out through nose or mouth. And then walk forward, come to the top of your mat, space your feet apart, about hip width distance. You can grab your block if you'd like, place your hands on it. You can rest your hands on the mat or on your shins, whatever feels good. Bow down here, stretch the whole back side of your body out. Slowly from here, rise all the way up to a standing position. And once in standing, reach and stretch your arms up and over your head. Lengthen as you inhale. As you exhale, take your right hand to your left forearm and lean over towards your right side. So you stretch the left side of your body out. Hold here. Press down equally through your feet. Next breath in, come up, switch your grip, left hand to right forearm, lengthen, and then lean over to your left side. Press down again equally through both feet. Keep your hip bones facing forward as you lean. Release and come all the way up. Reach for the sky. Inhale. As you exhale your breath, forward bend. Take it all the way down. Melt. Once again, hold your forward bend. You can have knees bent, or you can straighten your legs, whatever feels good to your body. Now from here, make your way to a tabletop position. So back to that position on all fours. You can pat again your knees if you want. From here, straighten your left leg behind you and then take your toes and bring them over to the right side. So they're on the outside of your yoga mat. Now lean your upper body towards the right. So you feel a stretch down the left side of your body and your legs are crossed behind you. You can press your left heel back and down if you want more of a stretch. Release, swing your leg out wide and then bend your left knee. You can carry or place your left foot forward on the outside of your left hand for a lizard pose. Keep your right knee down and you can slide it back a little bit if you want more of a stretch in your front hip. From here, move around a little so you can sway, whatever feels good. Now slowly straighten your front leg as much as it will go, and you can have your hands on a blocker here, a block or two here if you'd like, and then you can bend back into your front knee. Straighten front leg and then bend it again. Another one, you straighten, hips come back, and then bend in. Now come to the position where your leg is straight, and again you can use blocks if you want or need. Feel the stretch in your left hamstring as you hold. If you want to feel more in your calf muscle, then you can draw your toes in towards your body. Breathe here deeply and hold. You can focus your eyes on one thing, or you can even close them. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, let it out, let it go. And then come forward, back into that lunge. So lizard pose here, you can have your hands down, or again, you can use a block. And then work your way in to your hips. So you can keep your arms straight, or you can come down lower. But honor your body and what you feel. If you come down low and doesn't feel good, then come back up. But come to a place where you feel a stretch, but you're not feeling pain. Close your eyes, or again, settle your eyes on one thing so you're less distracted, and feel the sensations in your body as you stretch, as you hold. Keep your right hand down, either to the mat or a block. Reach and stretch your left arm straight up for a twist. Reach through your fingers, stretch up, inhale, and then exhale, lower your left hand down to the mat, and you can take your left knee and bring it right next to your right knee. Hands can walk right underneath your shoulders again. Now straighten your right leg, and then take it behind you to the left side of your yoga mat, so on the outside of your mat, and then press your right heel back and down and lean your upper body towards your left side. Release. You can take your leg and your right knee out to the side as you step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, and then move around a little. Just wiggle your hips to loosen them up. Then you can slide your left knee back a bit or inch your right foot forward as needed, and then straighten your front leg as you draw your hips back, and then bend it again. Use any props that you need for this. You straighten and then bend in. Again, straighten and bend in. And then straighten your leg as much as it will go without force, and lean forward as you hinge at your hips and feel the stretch all the way down the back of your right leg. Breathe deeply here. Tune into your breath as you hold. Release, come forward back into the lizard hip stretch, lizard pose. So you can have hands on blocks or to the mat, or you could try to lower down a bit by bending elbows. Find the place that feels good, that feels just right for your body. And then sink in to the stretch, to the posture. Notice what you feel as you hold. Release, left hand stays down, or you can bring it to a block. Reach and stretch your right arm up. Begin to open your chest a bit as you reach up and slightly back. Take a deep breath in here. And then exhale, release your right hand down. You can place your right knee back right next to your left and walk your hands in so they're right underneath your shoulders. Take a big breath in now as you open your chest and look up for cow pose. And then exhale as you tuck, you round, and you curl in for cat pose. Come back to center. You can again move your props aside and lower all the way down onto your stomach. Prop yourself here up onto your forearms. Bend your left knee. Reach your left hand back for your foot. So you'll reach for the top of your foot. You can also use a strap for this if you have, or you can roll onto one side. You roll onto your right side and then reach back. You can grab your foot on the side if that feels better on your knee. Find what works for your body as you stretch your left quads. And if you're face down, square your chest forward. You can turn your head slightly to the right. Try not to force it or be too aggressive as you pull in. Really honor your body and ease in instead. Release, other side. Left forearm down, bend your right knee, reach back for your foot, or you can use a strap, or you can roll onto your left side. Find the position that feels good on your body. Don't force it. Breathe into it. If you're face down, you can square your chest forward, look over your left shoulder for Bakasana pose. And then slowly release. Reach back behind you. You can interlace your hands behind you or reach in that direction. Feet about hip width distance apart, and then lift your chest and lift your legs. You can also try to lift your interlaced fist up a bit, but really honor your shoulders. Hold here and breathe in your locust pose. Take full deep breaths in and out. So if you're unable to breathe, you're working too hard. Go where the breath is deep and full. Inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Lower everything down to the mat. Crocodile pose. Take your hands in front of you with elbows bent. You can take right hand on top of left and take the center of your forehead to rest on the back of your hand. You can bring your toes towards each other, let your heels fall out gently. Take some deep breaths here. Release, hands to the mat, press back up to downward facing dog with hips up and back. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. Half pigeon pose. Take your right knee and bring it forward and wide, and then walk your left leg back. You can place a blanket underneath your right hip if you'd like, and then lower your forearms down. You can rest here, place your forehead on a block, or you can reach forward and bring your forehead to the mat. If that doesn't work for you or feel good on your hips or knees, then you can instead come to your back and take eye of the needle, where you'll lie down and take your right ankle in front of your left knee and then draw your left knee in towards your body, or you can keep your left foot on the ground. Pick the option that works best for your body, that feels good, and breathe deeply. Thoughts will come always. They'll pull you away. If you become aware of that happening, return your focus to your breathing. If you are in a face-down version of half pigeon, option 2, prop yourself up onto your left forearm and bend your left knee and then reach back in the direction of your foot. You can try to grab a hold of it. If you're reaching back, come back to center. If you're in face down half pigeon, come to downward facing dog. If you're in the version on your back of eye of the needle, then you can hug your knees into chest in between sides. Other side for half pigeon, left knee comes forward and wide. Walk right leg back. You can prop up left hip, whatever feels good, and then bow down. Or if you're on your back, you can now take your left ankle in front of your right knee and then draw it in towards your chest, or keep your right foot on the floor. Come to breath and sensation so you can find more presence as you hold. If you're in face down half pigeon, option to prop up onto right forearm, bend right knee, and reach for your foot. If you have your foot, release it and turn forward. Half pigeons, you can make your way back to down dog. If you're on your back, again, hug your knees in towards your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out, let it go. Now come on through. Have a seat if you're in down dog, or come on up if you're on your back. You can sit on the edge of a blanket or towel if you'd like. Sit cross-legged or whatever is comfortable for you. Take your left arm and bring it long in front of you, and then take your right hand as you gently draw your bicep in towards your chest to stretch. Now eagle arms from here. So you can keep your left arm long and then take your right arm underneath it. So right arm is under left elbow. You can cross at elbows, and you can cross at wrists if that feels good for you, or you can hold opposite shoulder. For a moment, lift your elbows up to a comfortable degree. And now draw your elbows down. And then release slowly. We'll stretch right arm. So you take your left hand at elbow or above. Be gentle with yourself. Feel the stretch in your outer arm, shoulder. And now eagle arms. Take your left arm underneath your right. So you cross at elbows and wrists, or you hold opposite shoulder. Big breath in. Stay through the exhale, and then lift your elbows up a touch. Now draw your elbows down towards your chest. And then release slowly. Take your hands and bring them behind your back. Interlace your fingers, and then take your interlaced fist over towards your left hip. If that doesn't work for your body, then you can take your left hand out to the side instead and take your right hand behind your back. Now take your left ear towards your left shoulder. Feel the stretch through the right side of your neck. And then switch. You take interlace fist to right hip and take right ear towards right shoulder, or left hand behind the back and right hand out. You can move your chin up and down a touch until you feel the place that feels just right for you to hold in. And then release. Walk your hands forward. And feel the stretch through the back body. Melt in here. You're welcome to have your hands on a block. That could feel good here too. And then release. Come all the way up. You can move your props aside. Come all the way down onto your back. And once you're on your back, bring your feet here, hip-width distance apart, and lift your hips up for bridge pose. You can take your hands and bring them underneath your body and shimmy your shoulders towards each other. You can interlace your fingers too. Pull your chin from your chest. Breathe deeply as you hold whatever variation of bridge pose is right for you today. Feel the stretch through the front of your body, all the way from your chest down to your knees. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, release your hands and lower your hips down onto your yoga mat. Now shift or bring your feet wide towards the outer edges of your mat, and then shift your knees over towards your left side. And you can stay right here, and you might feel a stretch through the outer right hip, or you can take your left foot and very mindfully place it on your lower right thigh towards your knee and gently guide your right knee down towards the floor. But be very mindful of your knees here. If you have any injuries, you can skip putting the left foot on your right leg. Hold and breathe here. And then release. We'll switch sides, just like windshield wipers. Knees go over to your right. Stay right here and feel this. Or take your right foot to the outside of your lower left thigh, right above your knee, and gently guide your left knee down towards the mat. Be mindful, no force. Be gentle with yourself. And then release. Come to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then knees can gently come over towards your left as you reach your right arm to the right for a gentle spine twist. Release. Come back to center. Shift your knees over to your right. Reach your left arm to the left. And hold. And release. Come to center. Savasana. Extend your legs out in front. Bring your arms by your sides. Turn your palms up. Eyes closed. Let your body now completely rest, all the way from your head down to your toes. Completely disengage all your muscles. You can just allow your breath to come and go. You don't have to deepen or lengthen it in any way. Just lie here and receive it. Observe it as it comes in and out. And rest fully here. Begin to deepen your breathing. Let it energize you. And then roll to one side and press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Take your hands and bring them in front of your chest. Palms press. Take a moment to acknowledge and honor your body, mind, spirit. Breathe in. Exhale as you bow your head in towards your heart. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this class. If you're interested in longer classes, you can check out the links in the description below. Have a great day.